welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany.
I'm Dale.
And we are recording our entire process of opening our butcher shop with little to no money. Today we are going and exploring our options for our buildings, which are prefab metal buildings. And we're going to take you along. $22 by $20. You think this size building would work?
It's gonna be 30 long. I said 20. I mean, this is 22 wide. This is 2 feet wider than what I'd like the 22, but it's gonna have to be 10 feet long.
Plus those doors. That'll make it easy to bring them in. This is the kind of building we're looking for. It's a little small. We just talked to the salesman. And this is about the approximate size we're going to need. We're going to make a few modifications just to lower the price. Ours is going to be a little bit cheaper than that.
Well, you could slide up to the bar and say, give me a chocolate milk on the rocks. Pretty cool.
It's a pool house. Do you want to talk?
We have to have a metal building for U.S. or Department of Ag.
That's metal.
That's wood. Department of Ag regulations. You can't have any porous materials where blood and stuff will soak into. So our building has got to be metal. Got to be.
So that's metal.
These are all wood, although they're very beautiful.
This over there is where we're going to build the butcher shop. There was a mobile home here that was ours when we first got married. It was our first place together, and then this land has been in my family for years, but the mobile home burnt down years ago, and there's still some remnants of it here that need cleaned up, and it looks terrible. As luck would have it, the tractor we have with a loader, the motor blew up in it, waiting on parts. You know how life goes. But once we get the equipment and everything back up and running, this will be our spot for the butcher shop. And it does have city water, and there's sewage, and it'll have its own electric supply. It'll be all completely separate from our house. Lots of work, lots of excavating. Still to do, but one step at a time. All right, so I just measured the spot. The mobile home that was here was a 14 by 70. So only being 14 feet wide, I was kind of confused on if a 30 by 30 is what the size of the butcher shop is going to be. But I measured it off, and a 30-foot building will fit on the excavated spot that's already here. So just cleaning the surface up, remnants of the house that burnt down, that type of thing is all I'm going to have to do. So it'll be minimal excavating, which is good. Within the next few days, hopefully I can get my other tractor up here and get some of this stuff cleaned up and start getting it mowed, get the brush hog on and open it up and see what we're working with. So this land has been neglected for a few years, but we'll get it there. So we learned some stuff today. It's been educational. I'm gonna start here with, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see this.
They won't be able to read it now.
Oh, I can't even read it and I wrote it. But that was my original idea of doing this. It was a 20 by 30 building. And when we got over there, the one that we looked at,
That was on display.
was on display over there, was a 30 by 30, which I figured bigger is always better. So I think we're gonna go with the 30 by 30. And he gave us this little layout. If you can see it there, what's going on, and the prices, and it was a pretty educational day.
So is it just a carport that you add walls to?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm sure we're gonna still look at other options, other places. There's more out there, but that place, it was what, roughly 35 minutes from us? Roughly 35-minute drive from our home here to the place we looked at today. Seemed like good guy that we were working with, and just lots of information on these 2 pages he gave us. Prices and dimensions, and if we would want to change anything.
So what did we decide?
We're going with a 30 by 30 steel building. I have, like as I showed in this, laid out with unloading pins outside, a kill pin for inside, processing floor, the cooler, walk-in cooler in the back.
10-foot ceilings.
I want to do 10-foot ceilings because we raise beef, Texas Longhorn cattle here actually. And so I want the 10-foot ceiling so I want to make sure I have enough height to hang a beef carcass. And then the building that we looked at today included, they had, on the one they had on display, had a big car-sized garage door on it.
2 of them, right?
2 of them. I only need one roll-up door, and they had them as actually 6 foot by 7 foot, which is plenty because that's going to go at the unloading pen. And the only thing I'm going to use it for is roll it up, run the animal in to the kill pen inside, and then shut it. And
it comes with what? 2 windows or just 1 window?
That one that was on display had 3 windows in it, which I don't want that much sunlight shining into a processing floor. So we knocked it down to 1 window by the man door where you would come in.
Make it a little more welcoming.
And he gave us prices, and
that includes
everything set up. I have to pour my concrete pad drainage, have the water, all of that in place. And then they'll come set the building, they'll erect the building on the pad over top of everything.
So the price includes everything except for the taxes. And what did that price come out to, the size that we wanted?
$14,654. And that was with tax.
Oh, with that.
That included tax. That was out the door, installed, erected on our land. Now I have to get concrete, drainage, because I don't know if anybody's ever butchered a cow, but when you hang them and bleed them.
We did go to K2 Engineering. That's where we're going to get our permits. They said we have to call the Department of Agriculture to see how we're going to dispose of the body fluids. We're going to do that on Monday.
My idea is to bury a tank, have my drainage from inside drain into a tank, and then there is a local, they pump septic systems and stuff, and I believe that they dispose of
So we'll have to call them too.
wastewater, waste fluids, get the tank pumped out every once in a while. But
so this place where we looked at these buildings, they have their own financing. So he said for us to go measure where the building's going to be, make sure that the building size is going to fit, which you just saw. He stepped out, 30 by 30. It will definitely fit.
It will fit. I'm gonna have to move some dirt, but
And we're gonna
ain't
record
gonna
this
be bad.
entire process. It's just a lot of elbow grease, a lot of man hours. We're not gonna really need much. We are gonna need the tractor, right?
yep. Which I'm waiting
Couple
on parts,
chainsaws.
waiting on an engine rebuild kit to show up for that.
Couple chainsaws
Lots of sweat,
and tears from our 5-year-old. Yes,
probably blood because I'm accident prone.
true that.
The application for building permits. This is
That's the zoning permit.
This is a zoning, residential or commercial zoning application for the permit, and this is a uniform construction code building permit application, commercial, because it's going to be,
And we can't
Slaughter.
fill these out until we figure out what size building we want, and
So-
we need the blueprints.
there's that.
And they didn't give us any prices either because it's very specific to the size building and what we're actually using it for.
But hopefully we can kind of figure that out because we did build this house, and
Which in the next video I'm gonna do a walkthrough of our home. We have a barn dominium built ourselves. We have less than $100,000 into this house. Can't wait to show you.
it is not done.
No,
will
it's
say that
nowhere near
right
done,
now.
but
It's done enough to,
live in. February 17th is when we moved in. But we also need to get a permit from the Department of Agriculture, right? We have to get some sort of permit for the Department of Agriculture.
yeah. It'll be I can't remember what it's called. It's a exemption that they offer because I'm not going to sell single cuts of meat. So I'm either going to butcher other people's animals, which they already own the animal. The stuff that I sell from here is going to be sold whole, half, or quarter, but the entire animal has got to be spoken for before we actually kill the animal, because it's I'm selling a live animal. The processing part is kind of just part of you buying. You want the beef, you buy the animal, then I process it for you. Is kind of the way it's going to be, and it's an exemption because I'm not going to have a meat case or sell like a single cuts of meat. You buy a whole beef, I butcher it. That's how we're going to start. Who knows? Someday we might have a big commercial meat case, and
Yeah.
hopefully, but you got to start somewhere. So getting excited. I'm pretty pumped up about it. This has been a dream of mine for my whole life. Never did it, and now I'm doing it. And it still doesn't feel real, but
One day at a time.
here we go. We're doing it. So thank you for coming along. I hope everybody's gonna like our channel. And what else do they have to do?
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. And follow us on this journey. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully we get better at doing this and the videos start becoming interesting and enjoyable to watch.
Don't forget to follow your dreams.
I guess that's it.
Okay.
See you on the next one.
Bye.